So, I need $1,000 today. Please transfer that amount to my account as soon as you read this message. Thank you.
Hi, Patricia. Sorry, hang on. I don't get it. Why do you need that kind of money? And besides, I thought I sent you some money last month. Where did that go? And why do you want the money this time?
That's a dumb question, isn't it? I spent it all, and that's why I'm asking you now for some more. I want to join a new cooking class, and I need to pay $500 up front, so you're going to have to help me cover for that.
A cooking class? I mean, do you really need to go? And that sounds so expensive to have to pay that much up front, doesn't it? And also, why me? Can't you ask Dan for the money?
Of course not.
Why not?
I live on my retirement money, and that only just about covers our mortgage and other small expenses, and that's why I'm asking you to help me out here.
The mortgage? But Dan and I pay the mortgage every month. We make sure that you don't need to pay any of that, and same goes for the bills too. We agreed for you to chip in for the food expenses, and that's $100 a month. And that's all you have to pay for, so what do you mean by paying for the mortgage?
Oh, yes, that's right, it slipped my mind. It must be my old age and bad memory. Whoops. In any case, I still need that $1,000 for the cooking class and whatnot, so please just send it soon, all right?
But what about the $1,000 that we already send you every month? That's your monthly allowance from us.
Which is clearly not enough to pay for everything I need.
But $1,000 is a lot of money. I'm not sure if we can afford to give you extra this month.
Oh, God. Are you really telling me that we're that poor that we can't afford me, your little mother-in-law, to take cooking classes? Can I live my retirement life without having to worry about all these things?
Well, sure, but I think you might also need to consider not being so lavish all the time. Not with the current economic situation, right? They're all talking about saving scraps here, right? On the news, on social media, etc. We've got to stay frugal too and save for a rainy day.
All I want to do is just enjoy my retirement life. I think you're implying that I don't deserve to do that. Is that what you're telling me? That's so rude.
No, of course, I'm not saying that. Of course you should enjoy your retirement. Everyone wants to, and everyone deserves to. But I'm just saying that we already give you $1,000 a month, and we can't give you another $1,000 on top of that. Especially if it's for you to take cooking classes as a hobby. At this rate, we're going to break the bank soon, and we've got bills and mortgages to pay, as I told you before. What did you spend the other $1,000 on anyway?
Oh, you know, this and that.
Like what?
My gym membership, the nail salon, my masseuse who gives me this wonderful aromatherapy massage, by the way, and eating out with my lovely friends and their family and everything. I've got presents to give to my grandchildren too, don't I? I can't be the strict grandmother, right? I want to always be the one who spoils the little children. Is that a good answer for you? Can you send me the money now?
Well, that's a lot of things you spend your money on. And so, do you think you still need more money for a cooking class when you've got a lot going on already?
Well, of course, this is cooking. It's not the same as all of the other things I do, is it now?
But $500 up front is a lot, don't you think?
Well, that's what they're asking for, and I'm not the one who sets the fees, am I? And why do you think I even need to take cooking classes anyway?
What do you mean? Why is that?
Because someone gives me a peasant's meal at home.
Excuse me?
I need to learn how to cook better so I can feed myself and my sons with more nutrient-dense food, since no one else seems to care. That's why. If you'd have been more considerate and a much better home cook, then I wouldn't even have to think about taking cooking classes.
Oh, wow. I don't know what to say. I didn't know that that's what you thought of my cooking.
Well, there you go. Now you know, all right? I don't even understand how Dan can even tolerate the food that you put on our table every night.
I think he appreciates it, Patricia. He seems grateful for it all the time and hasn't complained about it like the way you do.
Well, of course he would say that. He's just being polite, isn't he? He's a kind boy, just like his mother.
Right, sure, if you say so.
Excuse me?
Nothing. But anyway, Patricia, bottom line is that I don't think we can do this for you.
And what about Thomas?
What about him?
He's such a smart and handsome boy. He's looking more and more like his father by the day. Now, he's still growing. He's still growing. Don't you want him to eat proper meals so he can grow into a handsome, tough young man?
Well, he does eat proper meals, thank you very much. I'm his mother, and I know what to give him.
Well, all I'm saying is that we could all eat better at home, okay? And that starts with me taking my cooking classes.
Okay, Patricia, how about we do this? I'll go and talk to Dan about this and see what we can come up with, okay?
Lovely. He'll say yes without even thinking about it twice. Not like you stingy old cow.
Excuse me?
Well, it's important to be honest with you, and I'm telling you how I feel about you. I'm hurt that I had to justify my reasons to enjoy my own retirement, and it's embarrassing to know that I can only rely on my son and not his wife for small things like this.
Small things like this? Giving you $1,000 is a tall order, and I'm not telling you not to enjoy your retirement. I told you before, I think you should totally enjoy it, just not at the expense of us running low on our money. Since we've got to pay the mortgage and bills like we all do.
Well, I have a stingy daughter-in-law then, don't I? Why didn't Dan marry someone more generous and kind? I really don't see what he sees in a woman like you, Willow.
I'm just trying to be more sensible with our money, Patricia. And I'm sorry that I'm no perfect daughter-in-law for you. And I'm sorry to say this, but I married Dan, not you.
Well then, I wish he had married Amanda instead of you.
Amanda? Who's that?
No one, Willow. No one.
What do you mean? Why did you say her name then? Who are you talking about?
Never you mind, Willow. Say whatever you want, but I'm going to take those cooking classes whether you like it or not.
Oh my God. Fine. Okay, Patricia. So like I said, let me talk to Dan later and then I'll get back to you.
Willow, don't forget that you need Dan, okay? He provides for you. He's a wonderful husband to you, and you can't get anyone better than him. Let's face it, he's already too good for a low-life, stingy woman like you.
Oh my God, is that what you really think of me?
Sure it is. And you wouldn't want him to file for a divorce, right? If you don't treat me the way you should be treating me, then he's not going to like it, and he'll file for a divorce, and then we all know you'll be in trouble. So, just listen to me and send me that money and we can continue on with our day in peace. Got it?
Fine. She's such a friggin' cow. I hate her. Hey, how are you guys doing? My name is Willow. I'm a hairstylist and I'm also a mother to my lovely son Thomas. I met my husband Dan a few years ago when he frequented my hair salon. I used to have the impression that a lot of men tend to go to the barbers to get their hair in top shape. Heck, most guys I know don't even go to the barbers. They just use hair clippers or don't care about their hair at all. Which is why I thought it was great that Dan liked to get his hair done specifically at my hair salon. It showed me that he took care of the way he looked, and he seemed to like our customer service too, which was a compliment to me and my business too. So we eventually got talking and started dating, and then, well, I'd like to say the rest is history. But sadly, things have taken a complete U-turn since we got married. Turns out that he is this narcissistic, condescending mama's boy. Now, here's the thing. I can deal with him being narcissistic. Sure, he constantly checks the mirrors when he's at home, but there's no direct harm done to me. But when it comes to him calling me names, acting all high and mighty, and constantly putting me down, now that affects me. And when it comes to his mother, oh boy. He is the textbook definition of your typical mama's boy, that's for sure. He's excessively attached to her and seems to have difficulty being independent. And of course his mom, she just loves it. I am so sick of it. I was once sent to the hospital for an emergency treatment, and he couldn't even visit me because his mom wanted to play golf with him. Crazy, right? I mean, I try really hard to please her. I really do. In fact, I do everything I can to please the both of them. But they can never be satisfied with anything I do, and I'm about to throw in the towel here. What's more, Dan's brother, Roy, is living in the same house with us too. So that means that Dan and I are married with our son Thomas, and his mom and brother live with us too. We all breathe and eat under the same roof. Roy, his brother, is unemployed and has been out of a job for as long as I've known him. Dan helps to provide for him, and I do too, but he does nothing in return. He just stays in his room all day, playing video games and leeching off my hard-earned money. Trust me, there's nothing easy about this living condition, and I hate to do this to your son Thomas. But sadly, I don't have much of a choice either. Financially, it's better for us to live together than for us to live separately with the current housing market and the increasing rent everywhere. And getting by every day is hard enough as it is. So when his mom asked for $1,000 for cooking classes, I mean, come on! I'm seriously considering a divorce, but I can't pluck up the courage because what may happen to my son if we get divorced? I've been thinking about what to do for weeks now, but then something happened that made me make my final decision. Patricia, are you there? Patricia, I forgot my keys and I can't go inside the house. Please, can you open the door and let me in? Patricia, I can see the lights in there and I saw you walk into the living room. I know you're in there.
What do you want, Willow? I'm in the middle of something here and my phone won't stop ringing.
I forgot my keys and there's a huge storm out here. You can see that, right? Can you let me in, please?
Let me think.
What? What's there to think about? Let me inside!
No.
What? Patricia, why?
Well, let's see. I guess I would be attending a nice cooking class right now, but I'm not, am I? And why do you think that is?
I thought Dan spoke to you about this. We decided that it'll be absurd to spend money on your classes when we've given you $1,000 already. Can we talk about this inside, please?
And I bet it was you who decided that, not my boy.
No. We both talked about it and came to that conclusion. I promise. Please, let me inside. It's freezing out here and my fingers are about to fall off.
Good. Let them fall off. And I don't believe a word that comes out of your filthy mouth. You're a damn liar, and I know it, so shut up and stay there until you can start listening to what I say.
No, let me in, Patricia. I know everyone's in there too. Get Dan for me, or Thomas, or even Roy, please.
Oh, no. Dan and Roy are both quite drunk now. We had some great tasting pizza with some beers.
Without me?
Of course. It's better without a pest like you, isn't it? Don't worry, Thomas had a few slices too, and he's a happy boy.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this to me. You've gone too far.
Look who's talking. In fact, you know what? We're all talking about you a while ago, how me, Dan, and Roy should just live together, like we did before when their father passed away.
What? What about me and Thomas?
Oh, you can take Thomas. As much as I'd like to take him, he needs his mother, so you can live with him.
No, please, let's just talk about this inside, Patricia.
Stop banging on the door. Shoo!
No, this is my house. I pay for it. Let me inside.
Speaking of that, I knew it was you who was pulling strings around here.
What do you mean?
Dan came and apologized to me about how he couldn't give me the money for that cooking class. He said he didn't have much of a choice but to listen to you, to stop you from screaming off the top of your head.
What? He really said that?
Sure he did. And he even gave me some cash on the spot. He said it's from his savings that he's been hiding in that wooden box.
A wooden box? Wait, with the gold bird on the lid?
Ah, yes, that's the one.
Wait, no, that's not his savings, that's mine! Those are my savings for Thomas for when he goes to college. That doesn't belong to Dan or you.
Ah, I did hear about how you've been saving up diligently. Well, there's plenty of cash on hand here now, thanks to that.
You're not going to take that, are you? That's stealing! That's theft!
Well, there's more than $1,000 in there. I only need $1,000, but I took another $200 extra just in case.
Just in case what? You can't do that!
Just in case I find something nice at the stores when I go shopping next time.
That's for my family, Patricia.
Well, I'll take it as an apology from you to me for treating me with disrespect.
Patricia, please stop this. It's too much. This has gone too far. Why are you doing this to me?
Get out of my face, Willow. Get out of all of our faces. We don't need a stingy witch like you around us, okay?
No. Oh my God, why are you doing this? It's not fair.
Oh, just shut the hell up already.
Fine, I'll leave. I'll move out and be gone. Just give me my son and I'll be gone, Patricia.
Oh, good. In that case, sit tight. Let me tell him to pack his bags.
Oh my God, Patricia, I can't believe you're doing this to your grandson.
I said, stay put. The more you text me, the longer it's going to take for me to help him pack his belongings and give him to you.
Fine.
Willow, what is going on here? Explain this to me.
Hi, Patricia. What do you mean?
I don't have any money in my wallet. Did you take it? Where did it go?
I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
You need to send me my monthly allowance, Willow. Why hasn't that come through yet? I should have gotten it by now. Where is it?
I thought we were done, Patricia. I thought I made that clear last week when you refused to let me inside the house in the middle of a storm. I no longer live with you, and I no longer take care of the house. I don't even consider myself to be Dan's wife, which means I don't have any obligation to look after you, and I don't need to send you money either.
No, this is absurd. I'm not going to ask my son for money. Roy doesn't even have a job.
Well then, tough luck.
No, I'm not going to sit back and let this happen. I'm going to add Dan here and we'll talk about this.
Willow, it's me, Dan.
Oh, hi, Dan.
I need you back in my life, Willow.
What?
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm really sorry, okay?
For what?
Just the way I've been treating you. You said you'd forgive me if I sent you all of the boxes from the house to your new apartment.
No, I never said I'd forgive you, Dan. I said I'll talk to you if you send them to me.
Fine, and I did, didn't I? I kept my end of the deal, so come on, Willow. Oh, please, take me back.
Well, sure, I'll keep my end of it too. So let's talk here.
Okay, fine. Well, I was drunk out of my mind that night. I told you we had pizza with some beers and we just kept having more. I don't remember you being outside, and I don't remember that storm happening either. I was that drunk. You've got to believe me.
It's a little too late for that now.
Dan, stop acting like a henpecked husband. Be a man and stop being so submissive.
Mom, we need Willow. We can't get by without her. Don't you get it?
That's not true at all. How dare you think like that? Of course we can get by without her. We always have and we always will. You earn enough to provide for all three of us. You, Roy, and me.
No, Mom, you don't understand. I never told you this, but I never paid for the house. Willow was the one who pays for everything.
What? What the heck does she pay for? She doesn't contribute to anything in this house. It's all you, isn't it?
No, Mom, she pays for literally everything.
Including your monthly allowance of $1,000 a month too, might I remind you?
What? Is this some kind of sick joke?
No, Mom, I don't have any money. I mean, I don't earn as much as Willow does. My company's a small company, and my role isn't exactly the most lucrative job out there.
What? I thought you worked in a prestigious, well-known trading company.
No, I don't, Mom. Not anymore. And I got made redundant the other day.
What? You got fired? Oh my God, why didn't you tell me this before, Dan?
Mom, I got made redundant, and that's different to being fired. I didn't want to upset you.
So where do you get all the money from then?
I get it from Willow. I work for her now, at her hair salon.
No, you don't.
I do now, Mom.
Is this true, Willow?
Yes, my manager left and I took over and now I run it myself. I'm about to open up another brand too, so I'll be running 2 hair salons.
I work at the reception there, Mom.
No, you do not. Not you, Dan. You're far more capable than that.
Excuse me? Are you belittling my job, Patricia? When it's my job that's been providing for you? I don't think so. And anyway, Dan, I told you you're fired now. Don't forget to tell your mom that part.
What? Dan, is that true?
Yeah, I got fired, I guess. That's why I told you that we need to take Willow back.
Oh my god, I don't believe what I'm hearing.
She's practically been paying for everything all along, Mom.
Then why did you lie to me?
I didn't.
He just wanted to show off and gloat, Patricia. He's a mama's boy, remember? He doesn't think of anything but ways to impress you all day.
Mom, she was gonna hire Roy to help set up that other new hair salon. He would have had a job then too. But now you chucked her out, that is not gonna happen. So do you see why I'm trying so hard to get her to come back to us here?
What do you mean? Roy would have a job at the hair salon?
That's right, Patricia. He would have, but not anymore.
Oh, no. No, Willow. Listen, dear. Oh, gosh. This isn't where we want to be, right? We can't let this happen. I had no idea about all of this. I just found out here. This is crazy. If I had known about this, I wouldn't have done anything to upset you. Oh, Willow, what can I say?
How about an apology?
Oh, well, sure. I'm so sorry, dear.
For what?
Let's not push your luck here, okay?
Mom!
Fine. Willow, I'm sorry for the way I've been treating you. That was wrong of me.
I need you to tell me exactly in detail what you mean by that.
Why, you...
Mom, please, just do this for all of us.
Fine. Fine, Willow. I'm sorry for the name-calling, for the disrespect, and for not letting you inside the house during that storm last week. And for all the times I've mistreated you. You deserve better.
Exactly. I do deserve better, don't I?
Yes, and we can make things better together, Willow. Baby, please.
Oh, please. Don't do that. I don't need you to butter me up now. It's too late. Everything is too late. You've all pushed me over the edge, and it's too late for anything now. And anyway, I know you've been cheating on me behind my back, Dan.
What? Who told you that?
Amanda, was it? She worked in an advertising company or something?
Who told you?
None other than the big mouth Patricia, of course.
What? Mom?
It just slipped, darling. I didn't mean to tell her, honey.
Mom! What the heck do you think you're doing? What the heck is wrong with you?
Well, if you ask me, I think you'd make a great couple. And at least she works part-time. You can ask her for money now instead of me.
Part-time? No, she's full-time.
Oh, no, she isn't. I dug up some information on her on LinkedIn and follow her on Instagram, and from what I can tell, she's working there part-time.
Damn it, Willow, please. You gotta believe when I say this. I am done with her, okay? I won't see her anymore.
Oh, just because now you know that she doesn't have the money, or because you know that I earn more than her?
Oh, come on. You're way better than her, man.
Yes, you are, Willow. Come on, dear. Let's all turn over a new leaf here.
No, I don't think so. As for you, Patricia, you can live on your retirement money from now, as you should have done all this time.
I told you, the retirement money I receive is meager. It's not enough to live comfortably at all. Please, Willow, we all need you here. We all love you, and we all need you. We all promise that things will be different now, right, Dan?
Yeah, totally. Things are gonna be way better than it used to be, babe. What do you say?
I'd say get lost. To hell with all of you. If you thought you could all come crawling back to me, then spare me. I want nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with you all. You're just leeches who used me for my hard-earned money. You disrespect me, you insult me, you're the worst people I've ever met in my entire life. So no, I'm done with all of you.
Darling, what about Thomas? He needs his father, surely.
Yeah, exactly. How's he gonna feel knowing he can't see his old man?
Oh, please. Fry in hell. He's much better off without you, and I'll make sure it stays that way.
You can't do that to my son. He's my son.
Oh, shut up. Stop acting like the good dad now when you've mistreated him too. He doesn't even like you.
What?
That's right. He told me himself, so make that too. We're both better off without you. He hates you too, Patricia. He's seen you attack me and insult me. You think he doesn't hear it from his bedroom? He's old enough to know what's going on in this family, or so-called family. He's the one who suggested me to get a divorce as well.
He did? No. No, he didn't.
Yep, he did. And if you really love Thomas and think about his well-being, then you'd sign those papers.
No, come on, Willow, please.
Yes, Willow, why don't we all have a family meeting, Doesn't that sound good? I can make us some coffee and dessert. How about that?
Oh, take a hike, Patricia. I told you, I'm done. You do what you want, but I'm going to proceed with the divorce and move on with my life, with Thomas. Thanks for nothing, and stay the heck away from our lives.
Willow? Come on, let's all talk in person. Willow! Mom, she's not reading our messages anymore. I think she's left.
Oh dear. What are we going to do?
I don't know, Mom. What are we gonna do?
I managed to get my divorce finalized after about 3 months. That took long enough, didn't it? I don't think I ever want to get married again, not after this train wreck of a marriage. Because I used to earn more than Dan and he was the one who needed financial support after the separation, he could have filed to receive alimony from me. But my lawyer, who was great, convinced him otherwise, and I'm so relieved about that. I know that Dan, Roy, and Patricia would have wanted to scam all of my money off of me if they could, but they couldn't afford a lawyer, while I could, and that was my advantage. I also heard that Dan and his lover, Amanda, broke up for good. Not that that's of any interest to me. I also heard that since none of them can afford to pay off the mortgage for the house, they now have no choice but to move out. But wherever they go, as long as they stay the heck away from me, I'm all good. And now it's just me and my good old son. Well, hey! Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like it and see you in the next one.